Well, another nice day on this Tuesday. Temperatures jumping a good 10 to 12 degrees higher than even what we enjoyed on Monday. Of course, the wind was a little bit higher as well. We had gusts 30 to 40 at times. Not as much sunshine, but obviously enough to drive those temperatures up. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Changes kick in beginning tomorrow for the late week. More of a winter-like pattern. Now, the good news with these systems, there will be several of them moving through. They're fairly weak, so the accumulations look pretty minor and the overall impacts low, not to say especially Thursday morning and then again on Saturday potentially we may have some slick roadways to deal with in spots. But really the bigger story I think will be the cold and our low wind chills. Clouds thickening up through the course of the day, more on the way as that frontal boundary across the upper Midwest begins to make a run into the Ohio Valley. You see some organized showers there across the northern part of Missouri. Those are going to be moving eastward. Notice the flag laid out there with the breeze still kicked in front of the Montgomery County Courthouse in Mount Sterling. West-southwest wind 15 to 20 with higher gusts. But that's keeping things mild. 54 there in Montgomery County. Jackson County, same scenario with the sun setting as we speak, 52. So again, it felt pretty good, but without that full sun like yesterday and the breeze being a little bit stronger at times, depending on your tolerance level, might have felt a little cool. But you got to remember, these are above average temperatures, and look how much milder it is compared to where we were 24 hours ago at this time, more than 15 degrees milder in some cases. Wind's still up, but a few hours ago we had gusts 35 to 40 miles per hour. Make no mistake, still going to be on the breezy side as we progress through the evening hours, and folks out west enjoying the low 60s. But again, that is going to be a thing of the past pretty quickly. There's our cold front that's going to dive in here later this evening and overnight. So checking out our futurecast here. As I go through the evening, no issues if you're going to be out after midnight. Here comes the rain. We start out in the low 40s tomorrow morning and really don't move much at all, maybe a degree or two, because the front's going to come rolling in here and then boom, temperatures take a tumble. Yeah, you see a few specks of blue here and there. There'll be a burst of a snow shower. I don't think we're looking at necessarily a widespread event, maybe in some enhancement, thus some higher totals, meaning an inch-ish or two in the higher elevations of eastern Kentucky. But look at the temperatures come Thursday morning, right around 20, so you're going to feel every bit of it. So kind of broad brushing things here, a light coating, especially areas east and south of Lexington. Locally, if you can see a heavier burst, it may be a half inch, maybe up to an inch. Obviously, the areas more likely to see that will be the higher elevation. So again, the overall impact pretty low, not to say a few slick roadways won't be on the table come Thursday morning, although it would be a dry day, but another system's going to follow suit. The other issue, look at wind chills. Thursday morning in the single digits, and then throughout the day, persistent northwest wind at about 10 to 15. That's going to keep our wind chills down into the teens, so you need to be prepared for that. So big picture here, again, a dry Thursday as we see that system exit, but then we'll see another piece of energy roll in here on Friday. Enough of a southwest flow to maybe mix a few raindrops in there, but this will be the leading edge of some additional cold air that will come pouring in here as we get into the day on Saturday. So just like we're going to drop off tomorrow, we'll boost things up, and then notice 26 on Saturday morning, only up to 30, and temperatures will be falling through the afternoon as that reinforcing shot of colder air comes in. The best window for snow and maybe some light accumulation looks to be maybe Friday night into Saturday morning. So obviously, if you got Friday evening plans, something to monitor. And then here comes that reinforcing shot of colder air for the second half of the weekend and the long weekend for some, with the King holiday coming up on Monday. It's definitely going to feel like mid-January. Breezy showers returning overnight, 42 coming up tomorrow, 44 early, more like mid to upper 30s by the end of the day with some flakes in there as well. And welcome back to winter as we head through the mid-month here. Again, some wind chills to deal with on Thursday, and then kind of again on Sunday with temperatures only in the 20s. A little clipper off to our north. Could see a few snowflakes around, but generally speaking, fairly quiet for the King holiday and beyond, but below average temperatures in the upper 20s and low 30s.